Hello. Welcome to podcast number 11. I'm recording them in batches. So, whatever I'm feeling last week, I feel pretty okay this week. Go and have a look at my social media, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And shall we get on with the articles? Article number 1. It's from the London Evening Standard. Campaigners to save South London fences made from WW2 World War II stretchers. A campaign has been launched to protect metal fences in South London. I didn't know that. Oh, that's amazing! A campaign has been launched to protect metal fences in South London made from WW2 World War II stretchers, once used to carry thousands of wounded civilians in the Blitz. The so-called stretcher fences can be found on estates in Peckham, Brixton, Deptford, Oval and East London. Local history claim hundreds and thousands of Londoners walk past the fences every day, completely oblivious, which means they don't know, to this fascinating history, in quotation marks. And now they are at risk of being ripped down and replaced. No, they can't do that. It's history. When people came back and they didn't need them, they probably didn't have metal. So they thought, what should we do? We'll put up use these stretchers as fences. Campaigners are hoping to promote awareness of the fences so they can raise money to conserve them and install plaques. Yeah, I think that's a very good idea. Otherwise, people will not know why they're there, or they'll just think they're just metal fences and that will be it. There are some Southwark as well. So I honestly think plaques should be installed on these little fences. When I say little, they're about 4 feet high. Conservation manager Rosie Shaw told the Standard, "I've been talking about doing something for a while, and then a lot got ripped out of East Dulwich Estate in Dog Kennel Hill a couple of weeks ago, this being the first week of January. A lot of them badly needs in conservation, or council will have to replace them. I think it would be wonderful if more people knew about them and could engage with them." Here, I feel that as well. I honestly do. Anyone who we tell gets really excited. It's a really fascinating social part of our history. Yes, it is. She added, "It's quite hard to think of physical reminders of the Second World War. It's extraordinary that they are still here. More than 600,000 were built during WW2 so that air raid protection officers could carry injured people during the German bombing raids. They were made from steel so they could be easily washed down and sanitised after use." Peter Eves of the Museum Order of St John, which has an original stretcher, states, "At the end of the war, authorities were left with an enormous stockpile of stretchers." Well, yeah, you say that, but you had 600,000. Railings across the capital had been removed at the beginning of the war, to fuel the desperate production of the munitions and the war materials. So basically, they took any scrap metal to be used during the war and for planes, ammunition, stuff like that. At the end of the war, they had all these stretchers and they thought, what can we do with them? New Stretcher Railing Society has created a Facebook and a Twitter account, as well as a new website, in order to raise awareness of the fences. I think I'll be joining that. Girls and guys, please go and support these people. They need your support, so please raise awareness of the fences, because it's another reminder of the vast reminders that are going every week of the 2 world wars that we had. The ARP stretchers were handy expedient across London, particularly in the south east and east. The stretchers were welded vertically together, complete with their kinked poles, wire mesh middle and fixed in position. Got a new website. The new website is, if we can get there, thestretcherrailings.com. Now, I haven't got any affiliates with them or anything like that. I just think to support them, we should all kind of go and support them, because the stretchers are a reminder of what happened during the war, if people ask that question, what were they used for, how were they doing, and then question after question after question, it will follow on. Article 2. Now, Article 2 is about medieval Britain. Article 2. Medieval treasures uncovered from the slurry and sludge of London cesspits. And it's from The Observer, which can be very wordy. The Guardian, the medieval treasures uncovered from the slurry and sludge of London cesspits. Forks, pendants, wine jugs shine a light on city life in the Middle Ages. It is said that one person's trash is another person's treasure. Yes, it is. The discovery by archaeologists of a huge cesspit containing medieval artefacts under one of London's finest historic buildings is proving the case. Oh my goodness me, it's under Summerset House. Oh! Up to 100 objects, largely dating from the 13th and the 15th centuries, that's 1300 and 1400, have been retrieved from sticky and greenish sludge of a 4-metre deep pit beneath the Coldwell Institute of Art at Summerset House. Oh my god! The haul include pottery, drinking vessels, tableware, along with rare pen floor tile, a favoured decorating material for the palaces and monarch sites, a range of metalwork pieces including an iron spur, a belt buckle, bone forked handle, a pendant. There is also a thick chain which might once have been attached to a candlestick. Ooh! They are the first substantial remains of the opulent medieval mansions that once stood on the Strand. These homes predated not only Summerset House, so they are before 1800s. They're in medieval times. These homes predate not only Summerset House, but the masterpiece of architecture Sir William Chambers, which also completed in 1801, but also the Tudor Palace before it. So we are going back to the 1300s, which became the residence for the future Queen Elizabeth I, before being later demolished due to neglect. That's quite amazing. And then it goes on about the history of the house. An expert says the cesspit structure and the earliest fills date from the 13th to the early 16th, so 13 to 1500s, which is why we think it's associated with the Bishop of Chester's Inn, his London home that occupied the site before Somerset. The courtyard is being refurbished to make its artworks and research teaching facilities more accessible to a wider audience while preserving the Grade 1 listed building. There are plans to exhibit a section of the courtyard when the gallery reopens to the public in spring 2021. So that is medieval London. It is a cesspit. It is a hoard of treasure. Sleepy Katie. It is a hoard of treasure that has been found, and it's basically history of the people before us. That's all I can say about it. Trial of the week is Roman. You know, I absolutely love the Romans, and it's from the Daily Express. Pompeii. How archaeologists found ketchup of the Roman Empire buried for 2,000 years. Wow. They found a ketchup factory from the Roman Pompeii. Archaeologists discovered the ketchup of the Roman world buried in Pompeii for almost 2,000 years in what dubbed as an incredible discovery during a documentary. Mount Vesuvius, a stratovolcano in modern-day Italy, erupted in 79 AD in one of the deadliest volcanic eruptions ever, spawning a cloud of superheated gases to a height of 21 miles. Wow! The natural disaster ejected molten rock, pulverized pumice and hot ash, 1.5 million tons, sending and obliterating the Romans surrounding it. So the city was under a blanket of thick material, leaving the opportunity for discovery one day. One such discovery was made in 2014 thanks to the work of archaeologists in Italy that led to the reproduction of the recipe for a 2,000-year-old sauce called garum. An expert says garum became the condiment of choice across the empire, used for cooking and enjoyed as a garnish. It was quintessential the Roman ingredient. The secrets of why Roman consumed so much of it have remained elusive because it had been thought that the original recipe for garum has been lost to time, but now is being resurrected thanks to the incredible discovery in one of ancient Rome's most fascinating lost cities, Pompeii. In 2014, Professor Dario Bernal Casonde and his team from the University of Casa began excavating at Pompeii in search of garum frozen in time. It was an incredible stroke of luck. The team found a garum store, and inside there were 2,000-year-old traces of the source itself. Now, for the first time ever, the actual sample of garum can be analysed to find exactly what it's made with. Oh, that's fantastic. Through minute microscopic analysis, the team found pollen grains revealing the selection of herbs and spices that were used in Pompeii to flavour the sauce, and the sample told them exactly what species of fish was used. Even after 2,000 years old, it still smells of garum, the bottle of the sauce, and it smells of fish. So it was like a fish-based sauce, but like an Mediterranean fish-based sauce, like tomato ketchup of nowadays. So that is my articles, my trial of the week. I hope you like, share and subscribe. Please go and look at my other stuff, which is on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. You'll find all the links in the bio below. Take care, and I will see you next time.